Yes. You know what time it is. It's the Mandem Link-Up Show. I'm one of your co-hosts, the legendary one himself, the MythMane. Hey, yo, GMan, what are you telling me?
Yes, baby, we're back. We're outside,
Why'd
man.
you call him baby?
Yeah, it's a bit mad for that.
Alright, start again.
No.
Hey, but it worked that though. Like, you man are chucking it, man. No, you know, come on, man.
Yo, DK, what are you telling me, man?
Yeah, man, live and direct, man. You know what I'm saying? You know it is.
Come on. So,
Yeah,
boom.
man.
We're in another room. It's a bigger room. You see the setup is different. 2025, new things, new changes, new grind, new motivation. Let's get it. So, the first topic we're going to discuss, or shall I say scenario, is
Dilemma.
shall I say.
It's a bit mad still.
My husband wants me to leave my culture behind. So I'm going to give you a backstory. 32-year-old woman, married for 5 years, with 2 beautiful kids. She was born and raised in Trinidad, deeply connected to her Caribbean heritage. When she was 11, she moved to England with her father for better educational opportunities. But despite that, her roots remain strong. Every year around the age of 12 or 13, they would travel back to Trinidad to visit family and celebrate the carnival. Something for that had become an important tradition for her. She then met her husband when she was 23, and she knew straight away that he was the one. He comes from Ghana with a Ghanaian background. And while their cultures are different, she never imagined it would become such a source of conflict in their marriage. Their first child was born when she was 25, and the second one was born when she was 27. She said, looking back, I should have seen the signs. On our wedding day, the immediate tensions between our families. Her side of the family came from Trinidad, full of energy and excitement, whilst his side, especially his father and cousins, were dismissive of our culture. I've heard them mocking soca music and calling it a bag of noise. Criticizing our food, saying only Ghanaian dishes should have been served. It hurt her deeply, and for the sake of peace, she let it go. She's saying, years later, the issue resurfaced. She wants her kids to be exposed to her culture just as much as her husband wants them to be embraced in his. When she brought this up to him, he brushed it off, saying they can learn about that later. Right now, they need to be more immersed in Ghanaian culture because it's stricter and more disciplined. She let the comment slide, but it didn't sit right with her. So now she's saying she started planning a trip to Trinidad for her and the kids. It's been years since she last visited. Since before she had her first child, she wanted them to experience what it was like growing up over there. And she wanted to see the part of carnival as well for themselves. When she told her husband, he lost his mind. He said, I thought you grew out of that stuff. I don't want my kids participating in something so vulgar.
Oh, shit.
That's not a place for children. This guy's even mad. Apparently, she was stunned. And she said she didn't even know how to respond. Carnival is not just about partying. It's about music, history, and cultural pride. It's something that has always been close to her heart. And she don't understand why he sees it in such a way of it being so negative. Since that argument, they haven't spoken in 5 days. Raw. And he's been sleeping on the sofa. And I'm still standing firm on taking her kids to Trinidad. But now she's saying that with the doubt creeping in, she don't want to break up the family over this. At the same time, she don't want to erase her culture just to keep the peace. She feels that she's being asked to give up a huge part of herself, and she don't think it's fair. She said that she needs advice. She don't know what to do. What should she do? And is she wrong for wanting her children to embrace her culture just as much as her husband's? How does she approach this without losing her marriage? Rah.
It's a loaded question, man.
That's a very loaded question.
I mean, where? This is why I say, yeah, me personally, I won't marry outside my culture. That's me personally, innit? That it's like, bro, her husband's giving red flags. He's not on it. Like, man called her family's called it soca music trap.
That noise.
And only Ghanaian dishes should be sold.
Bro. See,
and that's already a boy.
Yeah, it's a myth because it's like,
and it's vulgar. Hey, and now her husband saying fucking Trinidad because it's vulgar.
You see what the maddest thing about that is, what he's basically saying is, Man don't rate where you came from.
Basically.
Man don't rate where you came from. And secretly, man don't rate you.
But he must rate her because he fell in love with her.
But this is what I'm trying to say.
Right?
Is that I don't rate where you come from, and I kind of don't rate who you are as a person. But I don't want my kids to be like I don't want my kids to grow up how you grew up. If she's saying that is deep within our culture and the carnival, and he's saying I don't want that for my kids, he's basically saying how you grew up, I don't rate it. So you don't even like your partner in terms of her background, and how she grew up, and then you're trying to say it's just mad. It's like you're basically saying, how you grew up, where you come from. Nah, it's a write-off. If anything, he secretly wants his wife to be Ghanaian. But he had to settle the fact that she's not from Ghana and she's from Trinidad.
If we're being honest, that whole situation is just a big slap to the back of the head. It's really and truly, because I can't lie. Me personally, how do you even get in that situation? You said they got 3 kids?
Two kids.
2 kids. So you're 2 kids in, you're 2 kids deep, and all of a sudden you're finding out you don't like each other's culture. Now I'm just thinking
she never said she doesn't like his culture. It's him.
Well,
so
him.
He's the problem. He don't fuck with her
basically
culture,
him and his family.
How is she only finding out now?
No, but look what he said. When she got married, the Trinidad family come over, and the family wasn't rating them, and they were calling the soca music trash.
Yeah, she said
Yeah, but how do you discover that at the wedding?
But you know what it is?
She looked past
you know how it
love.
is when it comes to the African weddings. Yeah, it's like cool. First you meet the family. Remember, he's Ghanaian, she's Caribbean, so it's not like if he came from Trinidad and she was Ghanaian, it probably would have been the exact same thing. Whereas the family, how it's like.
What I'm saying is, obviously, it's not just the family. He thinks like that too.
Yeah, it's babe.
Obviously, there's situations where the person in the marriage is calm with it. Their family might turn up their nose, yeah. But my thing is, how do you only discover that once you're 2 kids deep and you're married? Like, what are you talking about? Know what I mean? Before you're busting it down.
Obviously, she must have. You see, it is women. Some women have got big hearts. They look past certain things. So obviously, the red flag was there from the get go. From the time the family are not fucking with it, right?
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? But obviously, she's looked past it on that. This is the love of my life. Man's got kids with my man. We're taking a step further now, innit?
Man said soca music.
That bag of noise.
That noise. Are you taking a piss?
Criticizing our food, saying Ghanaian dishes should have been served. But this is where I think,
be slapping though.
I'm not being rude to my African counterparts, but Ghanaians and Nigerians, they're very boyish and they're very controlling and...
Can't lie, I wouldn't even group them. Nigerians and Ghanaians are a bit different.
Nah, bro, because I can't lie. Man's got Nigerian friends, Ghanaian friends. And when it comes to shit like this, when it comes to controlling... like a wedding or something, bro, them two are kind of similar in terms of the controlling patterns and behavior patterns and that. Bro, from time she said, that, bro, they were mocking soca music and saying only Ghanaian dishes should have been served. That already tells me, I can really see the aunties and the uncles sitting in the,
I can't lie,
reception talking about, what the hell is this? What's this rice and peas?
If I'm being honest, it really comes down to who's paying for it, really and truly.
He was.
Obviously, he was. Well, then... He's looking past it, but do you know what? I'm seeing it from his point of view, yeah. He's probably thinking, like, man's got her now. I'm trying to entwine a war on my side, like, drop out this carnival stuff and your culture, and that I want you to be part of my lifestyle now. Because look what he basically said to her. He said, I thought you grew out of this stuff. When, really and truly, if you're a born and bred Caribbean person, carnival is that. It's in your nature, innit?
It's in your blood.
It's in your blood, innit? And what did she say? From when she moved here with her father, from the age of 11 or 12, she was going every year up until she met my man. And when she met my man, she had a kid and she never went. So it's what's it been, like 5-6 years? And she's 32 now with 2 kids. So she hasn't been for 7-8 years. So whatever it is, he's probably thinking within that time, I've got her where I needed her. She's grew out of this stuff. She don't need to do this carnival life, all of this stuff. And now she's bringing it back in like, but I want my kids to see where I grew up, my family home, my side. But he's on this, it's dead, isn't it? Like,
it's definitely giving out that he's mad controlling.
Yeah. He seemed
Like,
controlling.
what's all of this about? What is only my side of the family that needs to be integrated in our children's growing up thing? It was like, whoa, what you mean? Like, bro, it's a two-way party, bro. It's the mum and the dad. Especially if her side of the family are trying to be involved in their kids' lives. Well, what do you mean you're just trying to cut them off? So what? That's a joke thing.
He probably wants his obviously I'm not getting onto Trinidad people, but obviously he probably wants his kids raised in a certain way and certain manner.
Bro.
Do you get it, innit?
You hear what I'm screaming though? You're Ghanaian, she's Trinidadian, but you're living in the UK. So really and truly, you got the British culture that is influencing it.
Yeah.
So regardless of what heritage you're trying to get them into, you live in the UK.
No, I agree.
It's a mixture of everything.
So
the fact that you're trying to cut one door and trying to leave this one and say you're going through this door, bro, you live in the UK, bro. So regardless of the matter, you're gonna like Afro beats and you're gonna like bashment. You can't tell your
British culture, innit?
Yeah, like you can't block that. If you lived in Ghana, then yeah, cool, have that mindset. But bro, you live in the UK. It's multi-diverse.
Do you know what it is? I reckon he must have done some deeper research to look at Trinidad Carnival and said, "What? My kids? Nah."
Nah, but I can't lie. One thing, a lot of like, especially like West Africans, like Africans in general, they just think Caribbean culture is just carnival, and walking out and shit. Like that's all they think it is, isn't it? So I don't know. It's like the way I'm looking at it, it's just like he's just acting on his prejudices, isn't it? Not like in a
stereotype.
Yeah, not prejudice. Stereotype's the right word, isn't it? But again, like I still find it difficult to like understand how you have these problems when you have two kids. Like
bro, you're married now.
I'm just like, what are you talking about? You're not talking about what you lot like to do. How you would want to raise your kids.
Bro, it's like, bro,
you know what I'm saying?
You went out your way to ask her for marriage. Her parents, you asked them, yo, I want your daughter, I want to marry her. So you already embraced her family.
Probably thought she changed.
And then all of a sudden, when your kids are involved, you're trying to say, yeah, forget you guys. Yeah, this is my side.
Bro, it takes one question, like, as the man, babe, like, what, you still want to go carnival?
Yeah, no.
And she said, yeah, then you know that before you...
And more to the fact, let's break this down as well. When we're talking about carnival, remember, there's different days for different things and different categories of people. You got the kids carnival.
Nah, I can't lie. People, it's one thing,
We're not talking about Notting Hill. We're not talking about Notting Hill.
You're talking about carnival in general?
Yeah, we're talking about overseas Caribbean carnival.
Well,
when you got the proper floats, and then after that, you might have the later days. Then boom, you got the adult section. But if you're talking about the strictly the PG,
bro, I can't lie. I went Grenada Carnival, innit? Yeah. Didn't matter what time of day it was, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Didn't matter to you.
I mean, but it don't matter, bro.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to say is this year is like, fair enough what you're saying, but just basically down to the outfits. Then he might be talking about just the outfits alone. Because he's saying it's vulgar, yeah? The music is vulgar, but he's probably looking at the outfits and what they're wearing for carnival. Because if you compare...
That's what I said, he must have done research.
If you compare Afro beats, fucking Afro Nations, yeah? And what they're wearing to Afro Nation compared to what they will wear at carnival.
The girls are still skinning out.
My point is actually... But the only thing is that on the carnival one, they got the outfit, the costume, it's wings, so... It goes with what they're trying to do. Whereas Afro Nation, they're skinning out as well. So it's like you're both skinning out. It's just that one, you're using your feet more, and then
cool.
Bashment, you're using your waistline more.
Let's take it here though, yeah. Obviously, we're all Caribbean men, right? Mm-hmm. Like, would you want your woman to be doing floats in full costume?
I mean, she's born and raised there.
Now, I'm asking you.
What?
I'm asking you.
Is she doing it with my kids?
No, I'm just like, you ain't got kids.
Am I doing it with her?
Would you want your woman to do it?
If I'm doing it with her, fine.
In full costume?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
What would you do?
I wouldn't mind. If we're over there, if we went over there for the carnival and she said she wants to participate in the carnival on the floats with the outfits on, do your thing. Just know, I don't have to tell you what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, I'm saying.
You're my wife. You should know what I want. So for time,
I'm asking you, would you want to
know what you're sounding like? You sound like a Ghanaian.
I'm not sounding like
you sound like a Ghanaian. What you're saying is,
I asked you a question.
I wouldn't want my wife to do it. because I don't want her to dress up and random.
No, I'm not. But I didn't say that.
You should know.
I didn't say
but
that.
But no, think about that. Cool. This is what I'm trying to say about the stigma about carnival. Is that my wife's going there, she's gonna get daggered by the next man? No, that's your wife, blood. That's depending on the type of wife.
How's your wife?
You know what I'm trying to say? Because bro,
it comes down to your wife.
Let's be real, yeah.
Carnival, I'm not even thinking about next man. I'm in my head when I ask that question, I'm thinking that her doing that at Notting Hill Carnival.
But even then, how many times have you? No, it's not. It's not different because look, how many times have you seen people that's doing the float thing, got the outfits on, and just walking?
Yeah, no.
Ain't no man next to them.
No, but I
can't lie. I'm just saying, yeah, cool. You want to go the Caribbean and there, cool, Grenada, Trinity, whatever, yeah, cool, innit? But I'm just thinking that, like, you're fucking. You're in Northwest London, bro. Like,
no, but check this, yeah.
Like, come on.
She's trying. It's not even that she's saying, I don't know. Let's call this guy Jeffrey. It's not that she's saying, Jeffrey, I'm going back to Trinidad to go on the floats and whatever and do what I want to bring my kids with me to be entwined with the culture. I want them to see how I grew up.
Bear in mind, she did
she's
say
with
that.
her 2 kids.
She said, all she said is, I want my kids to be exposed to my culture as much as my husband wants them to embrace his.
Exactly. So it's
not about just a carnival thing. It's just going over there. He's saying no.
He said no.
Yeah, but he
fuck that.
The way I took it, he's saying no to like the carnival side of it.
Man saying, your soca music is a bag of noise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like going back. The way that's prefaced, yeah, is that he, in his head, he's just thinking about skinning out, carnival, soca. Like, he's thinking about the party side rather than actual just going and experiencing the country. You know what I'm saying?
You see what it is? That's a chat for her and her husband to actually have. But by the looks of it, her husband's standing on business on that. I don't even want to sleep in the same bed.
She even said, that I don't want it to affect my marriage. So that means, this Donnie must really feel some type of way about her culture and what she wants her kids to be. And then you have to start thinking to yourself, what is it about me that you don't like, that you don't want our kids to grow up knowing? Because that's basically what you're saying is, I don't want my kids to have any part of what you grew up in. What is it that's so bad about it? Because if you married a girl, clearly there's something you must like.
Can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Exactly. Obviously, you married a girl.
I reckon.
Like, bruv.
I don't know. Obviously, it doesn't really go too deep into how they're both raised, but maybe like let's just say out of a perspective, he might have come from money, and she come from poverty, and now you want to bring my kids back to show them my kids this poverty that you was raised in.
But that's what makes sense because that's humble beginnings.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a bad.
I don't think that's the premises of it. He might have been born and raised in Ghana, inherited in it. Remember, they were both raised in their own countries. Then they both moved to the UK. They both met each other, had youth. One's trying to say, they probably gone Ghana a bag of time. They've never been training. She's probably raising questions like, bro, what's going on? Why can't my kids go there? Nah, I don't like your country. I don't like none of the stuff that they're doing. Cool. What's her family members like? Have they ever had parties here when the families are here? Because he might have had situations where her family members over here had just been right off, just drunk, moving sloppy. Yeah. And then when you go to his family house, auntie, uncle, bow down. You
don't think there's drunk African uncles?
Obviously. Cool. It's bait, but I'm trying to understand the mindset of why he's so against it. Because she's saying that Donnie's sleeping on the couch, bro. He feels some type of way about it. But bro, I can't lie. 2 years, boy.
If I'm being honest here, like the whole thing's a mess, innit? Like, see me personally, I'm not one person to say like I'll strictly marry within my culture, like, because I think again, like at this point, and it will continue, especially when we have like more kids, it will become like a more black British culture, in my opinion, innit? Where it's just a mixing pot of cool, Caribbean, West Africa, South Africa, where the fuck people are from, innit? You know what I'm saying? But me personally, what's lacking in this situation is the understanding that, again, like how the fuck do you end up with 2 kids without talking about your cultural values? Like, that makes zero sense to me. Honestly, that makes zero sense to me. You know what I mean?
What are you saying? You think they just rushed into it, basically?
Bro, clearly. What
did they
clearly, at 23? She was 23 and now she's 32.
23, so 9 years. You didn't have these conversations.
9 years.
What are you lot talking about?
Yeah, like, bro, you're telling me in them 9 years you didn't go Notting Hill Carnival with your girl?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
see,
You never
me,
went
like,
Afro
a
Nation?
lot
But
of man,
maybe that he might have went Notting Hill and all of this shit
Yeah,
with
I
her at a
think,
young
yeah.
and said, nah, fuck this shit.
I genuinely think that this guy might have some weird psychotic tendencies because what I'm reading right
Bro,
now,
I
this
wouldn't
whole
even-
scenario doesn't make sense because
I wouldn't even say it's psychotic. It's just
bro,
what
you've been
it's just what he wants.
You've been with your missus for 9 years, blood. How
Nah, but
controlling
bro-
can you be to say, yo, bro, my kids ain't going to where you was
but
born
you
and
look what he
raised,
said
blood.
though.
Nah, that's a
She
bit.
said that my family come from Trinidad for our wedding and they were lively and whatever. He probably saw that and saw how they were moving when the soca music come on. Because I've seen high Caribbean move. Sometimes they lift up the chair, then they do
but
mad
it's a
stuff like. But
celebration.
it's celebration, and then there you see like uncles and that man see Nigerian and Ghanaian weddings. They throw money over you and
Yeah.
they do that. So
Well,
they're
the
prob-
image thing.
Yeah, so obviously they're probably looking at it, and that's why she probably overheard the comment saying, "Rah, this is just a bag of noise. Man's just lifting up chairs. Oh, this is shit. Like this should be Ghanaian dishes. Like what the fuck is this serving up?" That's how I'm seeing it. Yeah, that's what I reckon where the tensions come on there, innit?
I'm not gonna lie,
and she brushed it off and didn't say nothing.
I'm
Did
not
she
gonna
say
lie,
anything to her
bro.
husband?
It's still
No.
a myth. This whole debate topic is a myth from the
It's not,
beginning.
but this
of the
is why I
jump.
say don't marry out inside your culture if you're
you've
not
been
on
with
it.
your
It's
partner for
stupid.
9 years. You're telling me, yeah, man, can't bring my kids to freaking bro. That's like me, and then I got a missus and telling my missus, yo, bro, fuck your country, fuck your upbringing, fuck your family. My kids are staying here and they're learning my culture. That's the myth, bro. Like
Yeah,
that's some
can't-
controlling
but-
freak.
can't do that.
No, it
That's
is,
bare
but that's what I'm
controlling,
saying.
man.
Obviously, my man has definitely clocked something within the terms of whatever it is and realized, bro, they cannot be part of this shit. I don't want my kids raised in this shit, and he's seen something. But this is why it comes down to, I say it, don't marry outside your culture if you two are not confirming what you're getting yourself into.
All right, cool. But going back to what she's asked for, she said, "What should I do?" So from
Take
both
the
you man's
kids.
opinion, what should she do?
Take the kids. Bro, take the kids. I don't care. You see, in that scenario, it can't just be what it can't. She's in a one-sided relationship. It's like you're married now. You've got 2 kids. Work together. Take the kids. I'm guaranteeing you 110%. My man is not gonna come back. Yeah, be like, oh, you bitch, you this and that. You took my kid.
The Donny's been sleeping on the couch for 5
Because
days.
he's upset, innit? But we don't know she kicked him on the sofa.
But she said, "Yeah, how do I approach this without losing my marriage?"
They have to
Now
sit
I don't
down
know
and
if
talk.
she's overly sensitive. I
Cancel
don't know,
him.
but
Cancelling.
sometimes she's thinking like that. Well, are you really trying to go for a divorce? Because you,
I don't know if he'll go for a divorce, but
you
I
know
reckon
what? In all fairness, yeah, if this was me and my
He needs to
wife
go,
is
Trinidad.
moving that mad, telling me I can't do, bro, I'm doing it. And if
Exactly,
you want to
do
divorce,
it.
then cool. Whatever.
I
then.
don't think
It
he's
is
gonna
what it is.
divorce her. It's
Because
impossible.
you're not
No
telling
way.
me
No.
abandon my culture, abandon my family that lives there. Remember, because her family still lives there as well. So let's say she got aunties and grands and uncles and granddad, whatever. So if they still live there, you're telling me now my kids are not going to be able to meet my family because of your weird mentality about it. Yeah, fuck off, man.
Nah, can't lie. I think she'd take them, innit?
Yeah, man.
Take them.
You have to
take
take
them,
them.
and then
There's
like,
no
Deal with
you
it
can't take
afterwards.
them.
deal with the
Take them.
consequences later. To be
Well,
honest,
you know
like,
what? Forget about the consequence. Just do it, bro. That's your family,
have to
bro.
do
nah,
What do you
there's
mean?
the
Take
other
them.
side to it because like she clearly loves her
Loves my
partner.
man
Yeah,
to look into it.
Hey,
you know what I'm
brother.
saying?
Sad.
But-
But you know, there's people out there like that though that
Yeah,
cut off
bro,
their mums and dads for their
bro,
man.
yeah,
And
you
that.
know what? Them lot, they
Bro,
are
but-
idiots, bro. Idiots. Why are you
There's
cutting off your
people
family
like
for
this,
some next man?
like this in
'cause
real
at the
life,
end of the day,
bro.
yeah, let's
It's
say this,
insane.
yeah.
But it's like
Cool.
people do it with their friends. Like girls do it all the time.
they-
They'll get a
guys
man,
girls
and
get
then
a
and
guy
then
and they cut off their brethren.
Yeah, it's not even a
and
cut.
then you're just thinking,
I don't know
what
if it's
the
a
fuck?
cut off thing or it's just like they just don't shout them no more.
Yeah,
all they
I
do is
hate
think
that,
about
you
their
know,
man.
like, yo,
But
Bro,
like,
we've got a fucking friend like that.
Just because man's in this,
Bro, my
just
brother's
because
like
man's in
that
the
now.
set, yeah.
It's insane.
Don't leave your friends because I'm here because your friends was there before me, during me, and after me, bro. So don't
That's
forget
what I'm
them.
saying.
You know what I'm trying
How
to say?
many
But
times? I'm not even gonna bait my man's name out. How many times has D ducked out and then come back when his relationships hit rock solid? He'll be like, "Oh yeah, man, them. What going? Where we going out? Where we going out?" He will find their
I don't
next
think
girl.
he's coming back no more.
Yeah, he'll find the next girl, get back in a relationship with her. We won't fucking see him. He's
Nah,
gone.
but look-
Even now, we haven't seen him, bro. He's gone.
But
bro.
look,
No
yeah,
one know
but
where he
going
is.
back to this, yeah.
It's insane.
Going back to it. She takes the kids. She comes back. All hell breaks loose, yeah.
What's gonna break loose?
If he's saying
I
you
can't lie.
disrespected
If he divorces her
Over
for that, then he's moist, isn't it? Like,
This
he's
is what I'm trying to say.
actually
Then
moist.
if
You know what I mean?
He's due
she's
to come.
saying that
Fuck it.
it's affecting my my marriage, from the time she's saying that means they must have countless of arguments, countless of him storming out the room. She's crying in her room, and all this for her saying, "I just want to take my kids to Trini."
Well, I can't lie. It comes down to this. One of them's just got to make a compromise. And if you're married, that's what
You work together.
Marriage, that's what marriage is, bro.
Man,
You got to make compromises, bro. You're not gonna get what you want all the time. So either she that shuts up and says and does what he says. If you want a happy life, happy marriage, whatever, or take your kids, experience the culture, and tell them shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
take the kids.
If it
comes down to it, I'm saying take the kids, because I don't personally see my man divorcing her over this stupidity. Obviously, he wants his kids raised in a certain manner, but either way, when the kids get older to realize that they can actually do what they want. What if they want to go to Trinidad? What if they want to live in Trinidad? What if they want to go meet their grandparents, their aunties, their uncles, sisters, brother, whatever it is? You can't tell them no. From the age of 16, 17, you can't really tell them, man.
So it's just
do what they want to do.
You're trying to say, that it's just my heritage, my family that they need to know, and that's it. Nothing else. Like, nah, man.
Or what she does.
Him even saying that doesn't even make sense. That the fact that he even said it, bruv, is crazy. But so what? What should she do?
No,
I'm
saying, or what she. Me personally, I wouldn't do this. But if she really wants to take it there, wait until the kids get older. Then they have no say. Then the dad has no say in what they're doing, right?
Bro, the kids,
but she wants them to learn
the
from
kids
young.
Are what? How old are the kids? One is 2, one is probably 5. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Nah.
Either way,
she had
one. They're that young.
She had her first kid at 24?
25. 25. And the other one, she was
27. She's 32 now.
So 1-7.
Yeah, 1-5.
And 1-5.
Yeah, 5 and 7. Bro,
I think you can take them that age.
You're telling me,
you can take them.
If you're telling me, she's gonna have to wait, let's say, an extra 10 years onto their ages to see their family members. Just bear in mind, aunties might be old, grand might be old. Let's say, God forbid, her family members start dying over there, and then they never got to experience her.
I'm trying to think, because I used to spend summers in Grenada when I was young, innit? But I can't lie, I don't think my auntie took me carnival back then. Not that I can remember, innit?
I used to spend summers in Barbados.
You don't have to go Trinidad and to go carnival. No one's like.
No, but I'm just thinking about carnival though. I'm just saying that when I was young, I would have been like around that age.
Yeah.
I don't think I went.
And even if you did, bro, it's like you're not even gonna.
That's what I'm saying. But even look what she said.
Deep,
she was like, she's coming on that. It's not even just the carnival. I want my kids to see my culture,
my heritage,
my roots, where I grew up, where I went to school, where I did this.
A man saying no.
And my man saying no. It's dead. You're staying here. My kids can't grow up in this vulgar environment.
He said he's Ghanaian, yeah?
Yeah.
Does it say where he's from in Ghana?
No.
He's trying to say where he's from kind of determines it, innit?
But that's what I'm saying. He might come from a rich family. You don't know.
He might be a bushman, fam. You never know about that.
I don't know.
Either way, darling, take your kids, man. Don't let no man tell you, husband or not, man.
If you two are not going to work together inside your culture,
go ahead, some soca music,
married,
man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying. This is why I said don't marry outside your culture.
You already know rice and peas versus jollof. That's a debate in itself. But listen, take your kids, man.
Take your kids, darling.
I want to walk already.
Listen, ladies, gents, regardless of who's in control of your relationship, do not sacrifice your heritage for your marriage. It's not worth it. Let your kids see where you lot grew up. The good, the bad, the ugly, because they're going to need it to know where they came from and where they're going to be going in their future.
Yeah, not for real.
Boom. That's it. But listen, that's the end of the Mandem Link Up show. This one was that was a crazy topic. I'm not going to lie to you.
I told you, it caught me by surprise.
That was mad. That's mad. But yeah, listen. GMan, DK.
We're back for
Myth.
Next ones.
Stay tuned for more.
Wow.
Bow.